Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Dida and welcome to this little space I like to call Dida's Corner. So I'm here with a tutorial slash get ready with me, yada yada, all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm getting ready to go see my friends. It is actually my friend's birthday today and I want just, you know, like a nice fresh makeup look with a very simple eye and a red lip. That's what I'm going for today. So I just thought I would film it for you guys, you know, kill two birds with one stone kind of thing. So let's just jump into this, okay? So basically I've already, you know, done the good stuff to my face. In case you guys have never noticed, yes, I do like to start with a very oily looking face just because I have got extremely dry skin. I don't think you understand when I say, I am not exaggerating when I say I've got like the Sahara Desert on my face, because I suffer from eczema, which I've mentioned several times before. I hope you guys can see this. So it dries out my skin really badly, so I'd rather start with like a really oily looking face so that once I powder it and set it all in, then it doesn't look too cakey and too matte, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's why I always look like this in the beginning of every tutorial. But yeah, let's just jump into this. I am going to start by doing my foundation, and for foundation today I'm going with my trusty Lancôme Teint Idole. I have two shades here which I have to mix to get my perfect shade. I've got number 6, which is too dark, and I've got number 5, which is too light, so in between is usually the perfect shade. And this foundation oxidizes, guys, so just now when I'm dabbing it on my face, the mixture will look a little too light for me, but I promise you this stuff oxidizes, so later on it will become my shade. So I have the mixture here on my hand. I have 2 pumps of 6 and 1 pump of 5, which is perfect. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna look a little light when I first put it on, but this stuff oxidizes like crazy. So yeah, so I'm just gonna blend that out with my sponge here. Okay, so as you guys can see, it has already started oxidizing and looking a little more orange. So just keep in mind, if you're going to buy this foundation, it is a stunning foundation. It is one of my holy grails, but just keep in mind that it does oxidize, so make sure you go like a shade lighter if you're gonna buy it. So yeah, just warning you. Next, I'm gonna go in with concealer, and as per my usual, I will be using the Dermacol foundation as my concealer just because of how thick it is, and I love that it doesn't crease. It covers everything. It's an amazing concealer, to be honest. So I'm just gonna use my finger to dab that where I need it. So I'm just gonna highlight underneath my eyes, conceal my lids, and I'm gonna highlight you know, the T-zone of my face. So I'm just going to blend that out with the same sponge I used earlier. Okay, so now that that's blended out, we're going to set everything with a powder. And for powder, I'm going to be using this Coty Airspun powder. I usually just shake up a bit into the lid, twist it off, and then I use what is on the lid there. So before I set my eyes, I usually like to go in one last time and just blend everything out, especially on this particular lid. It gets creased really easily, so this is usually the first thing I set. So I'm just blending the concealer out so that I don't set any creases in my eye. And I'm going to use a brush, just this is the Zoeva Luxe highlight brush. It's a highlight brush, but I like to use it to set my eyes. I'm just going to pick up a bit of the powder, tap off the excess, and then tap that right on my lid and my under eye. I don't like to bake just because I feel like since I've got such dry skin, baking just, you know, defeats the purpose of having nice glowy looking skin. It makes my face look too matte. It's something I used to do, but then I realized that it doesn't work for my skin type, so I don't do it anymore. This is how I like to set my face. So I'm just going to do the same thing to the other side as well. Okay, so I've set my under eye, and now to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be going into the same powder, but this time with this big fluffy brush from BH. This is the vegan V11 brush. So just the same, I'm gonna tap into this and then tap off the excess like so, and then use that to just stipple that all over my face. Okay, so I know that was a rapid jump cut, you know, jumping from me doing powder to this. But my camera died while I was doing my powder. So basically I just took my powder, like I said, I just stippled it with this brush all over my face. And then I did spray a bit of Fix Plus over top just to give this dewy finish that we've got going on. And then I did my brows off camera just because that's boring. I didn't think you guys would be interested in seeing that. But I just used my go-to Tarte Amazonian Clay waterproof brow mousse in rich brown to do that. But now you guys are all zoomed in just because I want to get into eyeshadow. And for eyeshadow, I'm going to be dipping into two palettes here. These are the eyeshadow palettes from the first collaboration collection that Patrick started with MAC. We've got this quad here, which is Glam AF. And then this quad here, which is Goalgetter. So I like the tones of these palettes for the look that I want to go for today. So I'll be dipping into both of them. So I think I'm going to start off with this Goalgetter. And I'm going to go into this shade, which I believe is called Soft Brown. So I'm going to take this super fluffy blending brush from BH Cosmetics. This is the V19 brush. I'm just going to tap into that. And then I'm going to use that as my transition shade. So I'm just going to take it up above my crease right here and just blend it in windshield motions. Okay, so I'm liking the tone of that so far. And now I'm gonna go into the other quad, the Glam AF quad, and I'm gonna go into this shade here, which is Saddle. And using the same brush, I'm just gonna tap into that and just focus this on my crease. So you saw with the first shade I had it above the crease, but this one I'm gonna have it in the crease itself. And you can see I'm dragging it from the outside into the inside. And then on the outer corner, I'm just gonna drag it out just a bit to create, you know, like a faux wing. So once that's done, I'm gonna go back into the Glam AF palette and using this brush from Morphe. This is the M433 brush, which is kind of like a fluffy, what would you say, like flat brush. I hope you guys understand what I mean. And I'm just gonna dip into that lightly. And then I'm gonna focus this right on the outer V just to deepen it a bit. I like the shape of this brush because if you tilt it this way, it becomes flat, so you can really get into those corners that you can't do with a fluffy brush without getting everywhere, you know? So I'm just gonna also kind of pull that outward here. This is starting to get smoky real fast, huh? Sorry guys, it's just force of habit, I guess. But this is as dark as it's gonna get, okay? So next I'm gonna go back into the same quad and go back into Saddle, and I'm using a different brush. Now this is the BH V13, which has two sides to it. So I'm gonna go into Saddle again. And I'm just gonna really focus this color right here. And then using the same brush on the other side, I'm gonna go back into the dark color there and just pick up a little bit and just, you know, kind of create like a wing on the outer edge. I'm just gonna take that to the middle of the eye. And this just helps create like, you know, a winged look and kind of pulls the eyeshadow out without actually doing a wing. And then I'm going to go into the other quad, the Goalgetter quad, and I'm going to go into this shimmery shade in the upper corner here. This is Amber Lights. And picking it up with this shader brush from Tarte, I'm just going to focus this right on the center of the lid as well as on the inside. I love how I wanted to do a simple eye, but this is what I came up with. I'm sorry, I failed. Now going back with the same, you know, kind of angled brush that I used earlier, I'm gonna go into Saddle here and just focus this on my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go into the darker shade again. What's the name? Embark. I'm gonna go into Embark, and I'm also going to pull that on the very outer corner of the lower lash line, connecting it to the wing that we created earlier. And then last but not least, using the same shade of brush I used earlier, I'm gonna go into Glam AF and take this frosty shade here, which is oh my god, like he says it in such a funny way. I'm butchering it. Oh my god. I'm gonna insert a clip of him saying it here.
This beautiful shade called Oh My God, because this is so pretty. It's a beautiful lid color. It's my go-to. It's my favorite, and it's popping. That's what it is. Oh my god.
So yeah, clearly I butchered it. So I'm gonna go into that and use this as my inner corner highlight and my brow bone highlight. Oh, that is beautiful. Wow. Stunning. Stunning. Okay, now I'm gonna go off camera, do the other eye, and I will be right back. Okay, so eyes are done. Also did my mascara, and I put on a pair of falsies. So if you're interested in that, for the mascara I used Colossal Big Shot, and for the lashes I used these Cara lashes in the style Wispy. They're super pretty. I really like them. So yeah, I know in the beginning of this video I said I'm going for a very natural look. Things clearly took a turn for the more dramatic, so here we are. I still like it, but it's not what I had envisioned, and this always happens, by the way. I always want a nice fresh looking look, and then I always end up with this. So I guess it's a force of habit, but either way I like it, so we're just gonna move ahead with that. So now we're gonna finish off with the face. I'm gonna start off with bronzer. I'm gonna use this Patrick Star bronzer in the shade Give Me Life. This was from the summer collection that he released with MAC. This, I believe, was their third collaboration, and now they have a fourth one, which I'm really not interested in because I also got the spring collection. I know it's a problem. But yeah, I really like the tone of this bronzer. It's a little more on the warm side, which I kind of enjoy. So to apply that, I'm going to be using the Zoeva, it's rubbed off, but I believe it says the Luxe Sheer Cheek brush. I really like this for my contour and bronzer. Okay, so I'm done with the bronzer. Now I'm going to move on to blush, and I'm going to be using this MAC Sheertone blush in the shade Sincere. I really like this color. And to apply it, I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Vegan V3 brush. It's so nice and fluffy.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die!
And now for highlighter, I'm going to be using this Colourpop Super Shock Cheek highlighter. I really love these highlighters. They're amazing. And this is the shade On the Cusp. This was the collaboration with Kathleen Lights for the Zodiac collection. This was one of the highlighters she released, and it's such a stunning color. Do you guys see that? So beautiful. So usually for the Super Shock cheeks, just because they're more of a cream based formula, I rather use my finger than a brush. So that's what I'm gonna do to apply this. I'm just gonna take a bit with my middle finger here and just apply that to the high points of my cheeks. Oh, do you guys see that? It's so beautiful. And I'm also going to apply a bit on my nose. For my nose, I like to do like an exclamation point. So a little bit on the tip of the nose like so. And then the rest right on the bridge of the nose like that. It just gives the most beautiful button nose effect. I love it. And then with the remainder that's left on my finger, I'm just going to tap that on my Cupid's bow, and that is it. If you guys have never tried the Super Shock cheeks from Colourpop, I highly suggest these. These are like my favorite, or one of my favorite things from Colourpop. One of my favorite shades is, okay, I really love this on the Cusp, but like my most favorite shade is Wisp. So if you just want to get like one item, I highly suggest getting Wisp. And now it's time for the lip. So for the lip, I'm going to start by lining my lips with this lip liner from Colourpop in the shade Frenchie. And then to fill that in, I'm going to be using the Morphe Mega Matte lipstick in the shade Steamy. It's this beautiful blue toned red. So I kind of messed up here a little bit and I had to overline my lips just a little bit. But yeah guys, that is the finished look. I quite like how it turned out. I haven't worn a red lip in so long. Like honestly, I've been wearing nude lips for like the past year or so, and I'm kind of liking it. It's taking me back. And this shade actually kind of a lot reminds me of Ruby Woo by MAC. So in case you've been looking for a more affordable dupe for it, I highly suggest looking into Steamy, because these lipsticks are only $9. I got the entire bundle, which was $35. You get 5 in a bundle. So for $35, you're basically saving $10 if you buy them all. But if you just want one, still $9 is pretty cheap. That's like 900 shillings. Whereas MAC lipstick is like 2,400 at the MAC store. So I mean, getting an alternative like this, that's gonna save you quite a bit. But yeah, I am really liking how this looked. Let me know if you guys like this and if you would, you know, recreate this. To be honest with you, the only thing I might change if I was in a different mindset is probably the lipstick. I would probably go for a more nude lip, just because that's what I've been gravitating towards recently. But either way, I still like how it turned out. Let me know what you guys think and what you guys want to see in future videos, so that I can try and get to that as well. And in case you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed yet, then please subscribe to my channel and join our hermit family here in this little corner. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. And don't forget, Dida loves you. Okay, we've synced it. All right. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, hi, my name's Dida. What the hell is that? Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, M433 brush, which is kind of like a fluffy, really, and just really focus this. Oops. It's MAC Sheertone blush in the same. I'm gonna be using this Colourpop Super Shock Chic. Really, stop it. And if you, what are you doing, man?
Oh shit.
Yeah.